President Biden was out today making some remarks on the economy and suggesting that some people may be losing their benefits. Ouch! That one is going to hurt. Let's talk through the details. But hey everybody, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. I am your one and only daily advocate right here on YouTube. Or as some people like to say, the underdog advocate. Whatever you want to say, I'm cool with either one. I just really appreciate your support. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, and I will continue to be here for you each and every day going forward. Thanks again. Let's jump into it. So, Mitch McConnell, the minority leader in the Senate, was out today talking about the infrastructure package. Now, what's really interesting about this is previously he was out saying that Republicans would be interested in going up to about $600 billion on the next infrastructure package, which happens to be about 25% of the total price tag that President Biden originally unveiled in the infrastructure package, $2.3 trillion. Well, what's interesting is Mitch McConnell today said, well, Republicans are actually interested in going between $600 and $800 billion. So he actually raised his price tag by about $200 billion versus the last time he was out talking about this. Not bad. I feel like this is actually a good thing because later this week on Wednesday, Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer are going to be meeting with President Biden to talk about the infrastructure package to see if they can come together on a bipartisan basis. I would like to be sitting in that room and observe that conversation. If you don't know these people, they basically hate each other. Let's just say that much. You know what I mean? They're the leaders in the House and the Senate on both sides, and they do not approve of each other at all. I think it could potentially be a very interesting conversation. Either way, we'll have to see how that whole thing shakes out. But that's going to be going down on Wednesday of this week. At the same time, President Biden met with Joe Manchin today, who happens to be a Democrat. However, he's a very conservative Democrat. So the two of them met on a one-on-one meeting today to discuss the infrastructure package and the American Families Plan going forward. The reason for that is, in the Senate, the Democrats need every last vote if they want to push something through with budget reconciliation, and even if they want bipartisan support, they would still basically need all of the Democrats and to support these packages, because if they don't get every Democratic vote, that means they need to get one more Republican to convert and come over and vote on it. So they literally need like every last vote. So it's kind of funny that they were meeting in a one-on-one face-to-face today to kind of, talk through this whole thing and see if they can get Joe Manchin to get his support behind these infrastructure packages. So, what's interesting about this is President Biden said that he wants substantial progress on these infrastructure packages by Memorial Day. Well, that's actually really not that far away, and he wants these things passed by summer. Well, summer's like a month away. I mean, technically, if you look at a calendar, summer is not that far away. So in other words, they want to get some quick action going on these things. Well, what did President Biden say today as he was out talking about the economy, making these remarks and suggesting that some people may actually be losing benefits? Scary stuff. Well, let's talk through this. So, as of last Friday, when that jobs report was released, we've talked about this a few times. It was a really, really bad jobs report. Well, there have been a ton of comments about that over the last few days here since it was released last week. But basically, he was out today talking about the economy and suggesting that they need to continue watching everything on a monthly basis, but yet looking at it like plotting a trend line. What is the trend line? Of course, the trend is going to be a little bit jagged, as a trend line typically is, but what's it going to be? I mean, what is the trend? Is it moving up? Is the economy moving up? Or is it kind of flatlining? Or is it potentially going down? Well, either way, they need to continue watching the economy month over month. But basically, he was saying, hey, the whole American Rescue Plan, that $1.9 trillion package that was passed back in March, is basically something that's going to be deployed over the next 12 months or so, and that additional people and businesses and things, different industries are going to be getting relief going forward. Well, at the same time, he alluded to the job market, as in the unemployment. And basically he said that the White House is going to be affirming that anybody who receives an offer offer for substantial work needs to take that job, otherwise they could be at risk of losing their federal unemployment benefits. That could be a really big and unfortunate hit to many people who are looking for that and receiving that relief right now with unemployment benefits. I mean, just think of this. You're in a situation. You're maybe unemployed or something. I mean, I'm just giving just a situation. I mean, this could apply to any other situation, but just a quick situation. You're receiving unemployment benefits. You're offered a job by somebody that you're not interested at all in taking that job, and you decline for a variety of reasons. I mean, you could decline because you are afraid that your health is at risk, or maybe you have underlying conditions and you don't want to take a job because you're scared that you could potentially get sick and have really negative consequences. You decline the job, and all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, great. Am I going to be at risk of losing my benefits now? Not a cool situation. I mean, seriously, so many people are stressed out right now. I feel like this is just one more thing for people to be stressed out on right now. However, as President Biden was talking today, making his remarks about the economy, I was listening very, very closely. I literally think it is only a matter of time until they start talking about a fourth stimulus check publicly. Seriously, I think with all of these remarks about the jobs market and the economy not doing so hot, which, by the way, President Biden once again talked about a very, very deep hole that the economy is in. If the economy is in such a deep hole, then why aren't we doing something to help revitalize and revive the economy? Like, I don't know, stimulus checks? I mean, I don't know. They've talked about it before, that stimulus checks are the fastest and easiest way to get money into the hands of the people and, stimulate the economy. So literally, I feel like we're like on the precipice of an announcement on a fourth stimulus check. I'm getting excited. I can smell the stimulus. Seriously, I'm getting excited about it because every time one of these people speaks, I'm listening so closely because I feel like it's going to be one of these times here where somebody comes out and says, hey, we've been talking behind closed doors. The economy's not doing so well. There's a lot of people still struggling. There's 16 million people still receiving unemployment benefits. People are just having a hard time right now. We're going to issue a fourth stimulus check. You know what I mean? Or whatever they happen to say. Now, just to be totally clear, they haven't said this yet, but I'm anticipating probably sometime sooner than later, we're going to get one of these one-off announcements where out of nowhere, it comes out of left field and boom, there it is, off to the races, talking about stimulus checks. I mean, seriously, they're setting the stage. I've talked about this before in other videos, but seriously, I feel like they are setting the stage to come out with an announcement for a fourth stimulus check. Based on the feedback that they've received over the last three stimulus checks, I feel like it would only be responsible if they didn't make an announcement until they were like getting really close to like passing the thing. The reason I say that is because if they're like 3 months out from passing it, to come out today and be like, oh, stimulus checks, it's just going to get people all worked up, you know what I mean? And people want that money like right away. And then we start to kind of freak out and think like, hey, what's taking you guys so long? We need the money like yesterday. Why is this such a slow process? So I've actually thought that was interesting the last couple times with stimulus checks. I thought, why are you guys announcing this right now when it's not going to be passed for like 2 months? Everybody needs the money. It's just kind of like teasing everybody at this point. So maybe they've learned and maybe they're not going to announce anything for a little while, but I literally think like we're so close to an official announcement of like a high-ranking figure of somebody talking about stimulus checks, like President Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. We already know how Mitch McConnell feels about stimulus checks, but realistically, if they're going to do it through budget reconciliation, it doesn't really matter what Mitch McConnell says. It's not going to matter. I mean, his vote wouldn't really matter at that point. I mean, honestly, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'll continue watching everything closely, but I don't know. I feel like we're inching so close to this announcement on fourth stimulus checks. Either way, I will continue to watch all this, but I feel I can smell it. I can smell some stimulus in the air, and I'm getting pretty excited about it because, you know, we've been talking about it here for a little while, and all of you are in a situation where it's like, hey, you know, one more stimulus check would really, really help me out right now. I'm so close, and I just need one more $1,400 or one more $2,000 payment, and I got it covered. You know what I mean? Like, we're so close. Just just kind of get it done already. You know what I mean? So either way, I'll continue watching everything. This is the latest update as of right now. I've been watching everything, but it's going to be another crazy and busy week going forward. So I'll continue to be here for you. Enjoy your day. Stay safe, and make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below. As always, thanks again, everyone. You're awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.